Welcome to Letting Go University. It's our daily Letting Go live stream. You want to learn more about letting go? Well, you can pop to the link in the description. We have 5 sessions a day, including this one. You can access all of them for free. And we are going with the Sedona Method. This is Hale Dwoskin's book. Hale Dwoskin was Lester Levinson's protege. This is the brand of letting go that I'm trained to facilitate in. Though, the teacher who I've learned the most from, well, I hope I've learned something. We'll see. I don't know, Doc. What do you think? Uh, Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender is a great text to learn more about letting go and transcending the levels of consciousness, the stairway to enlightenment. Any of these texts could be of great assist to you in your letting go process. But you know what? I love the Course in Miracles workbook and combining it with letting go. Today we're on lesson 293. All fear is past and only love is here. All fear is past and only love is here. So we're dreaming, we're illusioning, we're buying into what is not, we're buying into fear. One of the things I heard Dr. Hawkins say once that I really took, and I've used this for releasing many times, is all fear is illusion, surrender it to God. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't feel afraid at times. As I've been in this journey of letting go for the last 10 years now or so, 10 or 12 years, fear comes up. It comes up again and again and again. And I just keep releasing it. Now, I didn't do what Lester Levinson suggested. Just sit and release for 3 months. Just sit and let go for 3 months. I've not been in constant letting go. I've not been in constant forgiveness. I've been in a lot of escapism, a lot of busyness and activity, ways of the world. And that's where most of us are. The world seems like a really big deal, and fear seems real. I need to work really hard to get this money. I need to make my body look a particular way to get this love and approval. And I got to take care of this body because it's vulnerable and weak, and I think that I'm this body. So we're caught up in all these ego programs. It's called karma. And all of it has to do with negative emotions, fear being the predominant negative emotion in our world. So we don't need to attack fear. When we attack fear, we try and avoid fear. We claim it's real. We reinforce it. Anything that we're focusing on with our infinitely powerful being tends to be more of it. So could you just let the financial fears come up? Let the relational fears come up. Let the body fears come up. And let them go. Only love is here. That's the only real thing. Lester Levinson said, all feelings that aren't love are non-love feelings. So all the negative feelings are essentially non-love feelings. And so you can take any of those, let them up, release them. There's one thing that remains. When you've released everything else, only love is here. All fear is past. Only love is here. So all these negative feelings are resisting love. We're resisting what's there. It's there. You cannot make love go away. It's always there. But there are these clouds of negative feelings over it. They create a non-existent barrier, but it seems like it. It seems like it. When I've got this cloud of fear in my face, I'm not seeing the love because I'm so focused on this cloud of fear, which is just some energy that will go away if I just sit with it. In the book Healing and Recovery by Dr. David R. Hawkins, he talks about just letting fear run for a couple of weeks. So you don't have to just release in these sessions. You could be going to work and just keep open to the negative feeling. Just keep letting it run. Let the body do the work stuff, which it will handle quite well on its own. And allowing these feelings to just dissipate while you're at work. Get paid to release. While you're talking with your husband or wife or your friends, and you can just be present there and releasing while they're talking and watch what happens. You'll actually have more connection with this person while you're if you're releasing and not even trying to listen to them. And when they finish talking, guess what everybody loves to do? Look what this guy is doing. Talk, 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 talk. They'll love you because you're just listening. And when you go to respond, you'll be so accurate. You'll respond in a whole new frequency because you've been releasing the whole time they're talking. So you can let everybody help you release. You can get paid to release. You can come to these sessions or any of the other sessions at Letting Go University and release and discover that it's true, that only love is here. Only love is here. So now let's take some time in this session to release other than love feelings, and we're going to focus on fear. Now, yes, the fear isn't real, but it seems like it. And to fight it and try and get away from it actually reinforces it, propagates it. So let's just let that fear let that fear come up and release it. Because on the other side of that cloud of darkness, or within us that's just obscured by that cloud of darkness, is that love, the love of God, which created you, is always here. Let's do some letting go. All fear is past, only love is here. Can the world seem bright and clear and safe and welcoming with all my past mistakes oppressing it and showing me distorted forms of fear? So, what's some past situation that is showing you fear here in this present moment? Some financial things, some relationship things, some health concern. Anything you're worried about, anxious about, fearful of, afraid of, terrified of, those are all different names for fear. Sometimes taking people through a release, I'm like, could you let the fear up? No, it's just worry. I'm just a little anxious. Same thing. Could you let that anxiety, that worry, that fear come up and just greet it with love? What if we just loved these negative feelings? Could you prove that love is here? And just love whatever's coming up right now. Love this fear. Love this worry. That might be a stretch. You could just allow that fear to come up, allow the worry to come up. Feel that feeling. And it takes what it takes. It lightens up over time, but usually there's more. So could you just keep letting this fear, this worry come up? Greet it with love or just the presence of your life. And that is letting it go. That is forgiving it. To just witness it, allow it, notice it, or even love it is to forgive it. Could you forgive this fear? Let it go. Seemed like there was something to be worried or afraid about in the past. Would you forgive it? Let it go. Just come to this awareness that only love is here. All these negative feelings are just clouds of darkness, which can just go if you let them, if you forgive them. And that's what love does. It has nothing to forgive because it's love, but there's nothing to fight because it's love. Only love is here. All fear is in the past. If you're just in the present moment, not thinking about anything, you might just have an experience of that love. So, what do we tend to do throughout the day? Oh, there's so much to worry about, plan for, defend against. Anywhere you're worried, fearful, afraid, terrified, anxious, and could you let that be okay? Could you just let that feeling up? Could you even love that feeling? And could you let the thoughts drift by on that frequency of worry, anxiety, or fear? Could you just let the feeling be here without fighting it, without trying to change it? Maybe even just loving it, forgiving it, letting it go. Can't go for too much of this. Could you even feel more of that fear, more of that anxiety, more of it? You want to release quickly? How about feel more? Really let it up. Really let it be. You can't touch the love. You're safe to feel your feelings. I know. It seemed like it's not okay to feel feelings, like you shouldn't feel feelings. But right now, in this context, in Letting Go University, you are welcome to feel these feelings. Could you let this anxiety come up? Let the fear come up. Let it be there. And just be a loving presence, watching, noticing, feeling. And the feeling will go in the presence of love. Anything other than love dissolves in the presence of love. Could you allow this feeling to dissolve? Let the fear release. Just could you let it release? Would you let it release? When could you let fear pass, release it? For only love is here. Everything else is transitory, an illusion, a dream. Even if it doesn't seem like it, could you just keep releasing? And it's always a choice to release or to not release. It's not bad if you hold on. It's not good if you hold on. It's just holding on. It's not bad to release. It's not good to release. It's just releasing. It's just a choice. Could you allow releasing to happen or not? Could you forgive this fear or not? Because only love is here, and love's not going to force you to do anything. Love is free. All fear is past, and only love is here. And yet the ego he's very, very convincing, very, very clever, very good at his job. And have you ever been convinced that there's something to be worried about, anxious about, fearful of? And rather than attack these thoughts or attack the ego, reinforce it, how about just noticing that feeling, that frequency? When a fear thought seemed convincing, when a worry seemed important to worry about something, how did that feel? What if it was just a feeling? What if feelings were just feelings, not something to fight, attack, or try and get away from? What if it was just a feeling? Could you have some compassion, some love for yourself, and just love this ego program, this fear? Just let it up. It will dissolve if you let it. Just feeling that fear, feeling that worry, feeling that anxiety. Oh, an ego program I picked up in my innocence. Could you just let that feeling be there? Does love have anything to fight? Could you just let this feeling come up? Could Could you be the loving presence when fear energy comes up with yourself or others? Just be the love that's here. Feel that feeling. Let that feeling dissolve in your presence. There's nothing to fear. Love is here. Could you allow the fear to dissolve in love? And no rush. Again, this is the big one in our world, fear. So it takes what it takes. What happens is it'll get lighter and lighter. The thoughts will get quieter and quieter. But you just surrender the fear to love. The ego thinks or thinks fear is important and love is threatening. Could you just keep surrendering? The ego will say, no, you can't surrender the fear. You need the fear. Could you just keep surrendering the fear to love? Surrendering the fear to God. Turning it over. Okay, ego, I know. You want to be afraid. You think it's important. You're scared of love. That's okay, ego. Love you anyway. And just surrendering the fear. Turning it over to the Holy Spirit, to the Christ, to love, to God. Surrendering is free and optional. You don't have to surrender. It doesn't cost you anything. Just could you surrender the fear to love? Just experiencing that feeling. It's okay to feel this. It seemed like fear was important. Could you surrender anyway? Just experiencing that fear, that anxiety, that worry. Might be an energy in the chest, might be in the throat, might feel like all over. Could you just be surrendering the feeling that you're aware of right now, that you're lighting up right now? Just surrendering it. Nothing to force, nothing to change, just surrendering this anxiety, this worry, this fear, just turning it over to God. That immediately raises your frequency. Anytime you choose to surrender to God, it's a very powerful action. And it's just your choice. Could you surrender fear and discover only love is here? Could you surrender fear and discover only love is here? So trying to run from, avoid, change fear claims it's real, reinforces it, and that's how it gets stuck. So you'll find a lot of very spiritual sounding people saying the right things. Oh, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of if people like me or not, afraid of rejection. I'm not afraid of finances. They're too scared to even look. Could you allow yourself to feel fear as it comes up and just be the loving presence of a transitional dark cloud of negative emotion? Just with the feeling, watching it, noticing it, letting the fear come up, letting the anxiety come up, and letting it go, forgiving it. But you have faith and love that it's what's really here, and just let fear go. It takes what it takes, but you let this fear go. Be love, release anything other than that. When could you? Today? Now? Throughout your day? Could you let it be okay to feel the feelings other than love and turn them over to love? Surrender them to love. Surrender them to God. And the more you surrender, the more you'll be fulfilling your function of forgiving, bringing peace to all minds through your forgiveness of negative attractor patterns, such as fear. Letting go and letting God, witnessing the miracles. Well done releasing. Thank you so much for joining us, and have the best day. Only love is here. All fear is past.